everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to finally be doing this. I've wanted to make a YouTube channel for a while now to chronicle my jewelry experience, and here we are. It's so exciting to have a dream and see it come to fruition. So I'm really excited today because I'm going to be talking about my Spiderweb number 8 collection. This is really special to me. My jewelry brand is called 8 Legs Silver because I have a deep appreciation and love for spiders. And this particular stone that's used in this collection is called number 8 Turquoise. It came from a mine out of Eureka, Nevada. And the mine has long been depleted since like the 60s, I believe. And so all of the number 8 turquoise that exists in the world, that's it. There's no more. So once the stockpiles of this material are gone, there won't be any more in the world. So it's some of the most sought after turquoise that you can buy and wear, and it's something that's really sought after by collectors. The actual turquoise is very vibrant, if you can see here. Vibrant blues with these matrices of browns and golds, and it is my favorite kind of turquoise. So I got lucky enough to come across this turquoise at a gem show. So about 2 years ago, I went to the Prescott gem show for a trip for my birthday. And I went with a bunch of friends and we went around to all the booths. And I got to this one booth and this man just had tons of turquoise. Obviously a really large collection of turquoise. And the first thing I asked him is, do you have any number 8? And he's like, oh, I think I do. And he's asking his wife, he's like, did we sell those? And they're looking and they're looking. And he's like, if I do have some, it's only like a few. And I'm like, ooh, getting so excited. And he pulls out this tiny little box and there's 4 stones and that's all he has. This man has thousands and thousands and thousands of pieces of turquoise, and all the number 8 he has is these 4 stones. And of all the booths I asked at this gem show, he was the only person that actually had them. So I was able to buy these stones and I was so excited about them. And they're quite expensive, but for me it was like, oh my gosh, I don't care what they cost, like I needed to have them. So I get these stones and I sat with them for a really long time. I have this problem with expensive materials where I'm like such a perfectionist that it makes it kind of hard for me to use materials and finish pieces. So the pendant that you see here in the collection, I actually started it around like maybe 8 months ago. I work out of a neon shop. So before coronavirus, we used to have First Fridays where everyone would come in and we'd have these little parties, and it was always a good time for me to start pieces. And so I started the pendant probably about 8 months ago, and for the longest time it was actually going to be a ring. It was just, these stones are so special to me. It was so hard to even like think about finishing it. The piece that inspired me to make this as a full collection altogether was this ring, and I love this ring. I love this ring so much. So my friend Kat wanted she wanted a ring. She had made a pendant. She'd had me commission a pendant for her boyfriend, and it was really special to them and meaningful. When I did her boyfriend's pendant, we read tarot cards and incorporated their birth numerology numbers into that piece. And so I again incorporated kind of our reading from before and their numerology numbers into this stone. So I really like to read into some of the numbers. Both Kat and her boyfriend Alex are life path number 2, which I found interesting that they both are 2. I think 2 is probably the most romantic number of them all. It's the combination of the divine feminine and the divine masculine coming together. And so making this for Kat was very special for me. Her big thing is she wanted something a little bit darker. So I kept the patina much darker than I normally would. I usually go a little bit higher polish, but she wanted something kind of dark. And so that's what you have here. When I was creating this ring, I was definitely thinking about the number 2, as I mentioned, because both her and Alex are life path number 2s. And I wanted to create something that kind of was the cycle of the sun and the moon. So you see at the top of the ring, there is a full moon, and it kind of goes through a cycle of the sun rising, and then we see a crescent moon, which to me represents the new moon, and then you go through another cycle of the sun rising again and going back to the full moon. And these are kind of the cycles of nature, of everything that's around us. My jewelry is deeply inspired by nature, specifically by the moon, by spiders, and the sky. I was once told that the Native Americans believe that spiders actually weaved all the stars together in the sky, and I found that particularly beautiful, and I think about it often. I thought about it a lot in this collection, merging those two ideas of the star and the skies and the moon and spiders being interconnected, and really the beauty within that. What I think is really cool is when I was sawing this out, I oftentimes look at like the backs of the stones and what they look like, and I noticed that the way the crescent moon is sawed on the back, it looks kind of like a spider, which was completely unintentional but a happy surprise. So this ring was incredibly special to me because it pushed me to make this as a collection. I wanted these stones because they were so special and meaningful to me. I wanted them to be a collection. So this piece had been sitting with me for a while, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna finish the double pendant, and I'm gonna finish the other stone as a ring. And during the process of making this, I was posting on my Instagram stories, and my dear friend Shelby reached out to me. And Shelby was actually on the trip with me that we purchased these stones. And so it was really special to me that she was interested, and I was like, let's make you something. And so her ring ended up being this beauty, who is a little double crescent moon with a nice piece of number 8 in the middle. It's a really simple design with a big thick band, and you can see my stamp there on the bottom. It is a little spider. So Shelby's life path number is 8, so I thought that was perfectly fitting since she's gonna have a number 8 stone. She's a number 8. The number 8's significance in numerology really has a lot to do with cycles. So a number 8 is like this, and it goes around and around and around. And it's just kind of about those cycles of life where things go up and things go down, and things go up and things go down. And there is a beautiful balance in the number 8. 8 also represents infinity. Again, it's about that cyclical nature of ups and downs and ups and downs. And I find 8s to be beautiful and lovely. So I thought that this ring would give Shelby some good balance and bring her a little bit of joy. One other thing I wanted to mention about Shelby's ring specifically is that she's moving to Seattle, and she wanted a piece to take a piece of home with her. So this is something that she can wear every day, and it will be like Arizona's always there with her. And I noticed that it feels like with my jewelry that I'm weaving this web between the people that I'm connecting with and selling jewelry to. Because we have this connection, you know, I spend so much time on all of these pieces in the studio, soldering them, filing them, thinking about ideas. You know, it's a long process, and for someone to be able to adorn their body with something that I spent so much time and love and passion has been put into, it feels good. So Shelby, I hope you love this. I hope that it brings you lots of balance and reminds you of home and all of the wonderful people that love you here in Arizona. And finally, we have the pendant, which I'll just come a little closer. This is so stunning. So like I said, this is the one that kind of started the collection a long time ago. I had quite a bit of trouble finishing this piece. I think it's one of the first pieces I've done with multiple stones, which I don't know why that gave me some kind of mental block about it. But the shape is supposed to look like a spider. So if you look at it, the shape is kind of like the shape of a spider's body. That's what the two stones make. And the matrices on these are just absolutely stunning. But the idea is we have our spider here, and you can see the cyclical nature of the 8. It's kind of like a half 8. And I've had this design in my mind for a while of doing this. I remember there was one night I was reading tarot with a friend, and we were sketching, and I drew this, and I was just absolutely in love with it. I hope that this pendant with 11 moons representing a spider brings intuition and guidance to the person who wears it. The number 11 is really special to me. It's a master number in numerology, and it is the connection with our intuition, with the divine, with our ancestors. So I thought that pairing 11 moons with this representation of a spider was really symbolic and beautiful. And I hope that the wearer of this can tap into their more intuitive side, their more spiritual side, their connection to source. I often feel like when I'm making jewelry that I'm connected to this creation source, and sometimes I don't even know what I'm making. I just start hammering, I start filing, and all of a sudden it comes together. So that is my Spiderweb number 8 collection. I love to hear what you think about these pieces. Do you like them? Do you not like them? Would you like to see more pieces like this? Let me know below in the comments, and I look forward to connecting with you more and showing more of my process. I see this YouTube channel as being sort of a digital diary of my journey making jewelry, and I can see myself making videos about tarot readings, about numerology, about jewelry collections. This is kind of like an overview video, but I also see myself potentially doing like how-to videos, showing me working in the studio and how I make things. But let me know what you want to see more of, and you can follow me at 8 Legs Silver on Instagram and 8 Legs Silver here on YouTube. I'm gonna try to keep making YouTube videos and journey my process. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Ta-ta for now.